how's it going? It's me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark, and soon to be full-time reseller. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do soul videos, I'll do unboxings, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. I'm gonna try not to do this the entire time, but it is so hot in my apartment. It's been pretty hot in Portland. We don't have AC. We will in our new place, which is very exciting. We also don't have screens on our windows, and we have cats, and we live pretty high up on the 10th floor. So yeah, they would just fall out the window probably if we left them open, and we don't want that to happen. We do have fans, but I can't film with a fan because it'll be too loud. So I'm just gonna try and get through this pretty quickly. But yeah, I had another pretty good week of sales. I didn't have quite as many sales as I had last week, but I had a few pretty high price sales, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, hopefully I don't develop a bunch of sweat stains either, but if I do, please try and ignore it. But anyway, yeah, so this is going to be sales from July 24th to yesterday the 30th, so pretty much the last full week of July. On Sunday, last Sunday, the 24th, I had two sales. They were actually both kids items, which I thought was kind of interesting. The first thing I sold was this Hannah Anderson corduroy dress. I thought this was so cute. I got this at the bins, but a while ago. It never really got the attention I thought it would. And I have done well selling Hannah Anderson pieces pretty quickly and for a good price, but I think I just didn't take the best photos. I need to get a little kids hanger probably because the flat lay didn't work out very well. It ended up selling on Poshmark on an offer of $15, and after fees I made $12, and I got that at the bins. I don't know if I mentioned. And then my other sale was actually on eBay. It was another kid's dress. It was a mini Bowden unicorn dress. Again, this dress really didn't get as much attention as I thought it would. I've done really well with mini Bowden, and it was like the most precious little girl's dress. But it did sell, I think on an offer. Someone offered me $20, and then after fees, I made $19.72. And then on Monday, the 25th, I had two sales again. I sold these Y2K Levi's bootcut jeans, another bins pickup. That mini Bowden dress was also a bins pickup. They were low rise, they were boot cut. I could tell by the label that they were older. I'm just a little bit more familiar with the Levi's brand labels now that I've been selling them so much. They weren't in perfect condition, but I figured someone would pick them up, and my jeans have been doing super well because, you know, back to school, people are shopping for the fall now. So if you have jeans that you haven't listed yet, I would recommend getting them listed now, or even relisting older pairs of jeans in your closet, because some of my pieces have moved since I've relisted them recently. But anyway, these jeans ended up selling for $25, and after fees I made $20. Again, a bins pickup. And then I sold this Athleta camo full zip jacket. My Athleta stuff is finally starting to move. And I've had this jacket for a little while. I want to say I got it actually for a good price at Goodwill. Probably good price at my Goodwill's around like $8 to $10. But it didn't have the label. I could just tell by the zippers that it said Athleta. It was camo. It was a cute style. Been sitting on it for a little while, but it did end up selling for $45, and after fees I made $36. One last sale from Monday that I forgot to mention, I actually made on Deopop. This was a pair of boots that I actually received recently in a new mystery box that I shared with you guys. So I definitely wanted to make sure I put the sale in here, even though I didn't add it to my final numbers at the end of this video, but that's totally fine. This was a pair of Sam Edelman knee-high leather boots. My average cost of goods for that box was about $13 per pair of boot. So I made sure to cross-list this onto all my platforms because I did notice a lot of the boots that I received were pretty saturated, especially on Poshmark and eBay. But I think maybe putting it on Deopop actually helped a lot, and I used this rather unique model photo. I think it was kind of like, you know, one of those photos you find on Pinterest, and it got a lot of attention. I did sell it for $125 with free shipping, and after fees I made $92.82. And then on Tuesday, the 26th, I had 4 sales. I sold these Free People black skinny jeans. These were from a DIY denim box that I got, I think, before summer. So I have been sitting on them for a little while. They did have a little bit of a stain, but someone still purchased them. I actually relisted these and they sold within like minutes of me relisting them. I was very surprised. So it sold for $16, and then after fees, I made $12.80. Then I sold these AG Anthro high-rise jeans. Again, another pair of jeans. I found these at the bins, but a while ago, I think probably early summer, so makes sense that it's selling now. I really liked them because they had a slit by the ankle, and I thought that was really unique. And yeah, they said AG for Anthropology, so I don't know if it was newer, but I think they sell AG at other places too. So, and AG's like Adriana Goldschmied. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but sometimes it's fully spelled out that way. But yeah, they sold for $30, and then after fees I made $24. And then I sold another pair of jeans. I was actually really excited to get these to sell. They were a pair of AYR hemmed jeans, and I was so excited to find these at the bins because AYR is an awesome, awesome, awesome bolo brand. As far as denim goes, it probably is better than a Goldie, if you can believe that. But if I could find it, even to pay up for it, I would. I've only received it once in a denim DIY box that sold really quickly and really well. And then I found these at the bins pretty recently, but as I said, they were hemmed. And I knew that before I left the bins, but they're just such high quality jeans, and they were hemmed well, I think probably professionally, because they're originally like $200 something jeans, and I don't think you would just go home and chop them off and sew them yourself. But yeah, they were already cropped jean, so this made it even shorter, but I still listed it pretty high. If they were perfect, I probably would have listed them between $100 and like $150 because this was a really good style. I listed them, I think, around $65, and someone offered me $55 on eBay, and I thought that was really fair, so I accepted. And after fees, I made $45.02. And then my last sale on Tuesday was another eBay sale. This was also a really, really quick flip. This sold pretty much overnight from when I listed it. I bought it at the bins on Monday, and then like Tuesday morning it had sold. It is denim, but it's not jeans. It was actually a maxi length denim caftan, which I only picked it up because of the brand. I've just had such good luck with it. It's J. Peterman, and I think I've really only picked it up at the bins, but every time I pick it up, it sells really quickly, like usually within a day. I don't know if I'm pricing it low. I don't think I am. Maybe I'm just really lucky. But if you sell this brand, I would love to know what your experience is with it. But it didn't have a size. It was, when I picked it up at the bins, it was just this huge like denim dress, and I'm like, this isn't particularly cute, but I like this brand and it's the bins, so I don't feel like I could go wrong. So I brought it home. I did some searching. I thought I was just gonna call it like a maxi dress, but apparently this brand makes a lot of caftans, and similar pieces were marketed as a caftan. So I made sure to use that word. I used the word laggin look, which is like a really popular style, like oversized layering, bohemian. And I found someone that had modeled this dress, so I put that in the listing as well, and I think that really helped. But it sold for what I had it listed at, which was $60. And again, like I said, it sold overnight. And after fees, I made $52.56. And the nice part about that is it covered the entire bin strip that I had made just that day before. I spent like $48 at the bins, and then I made $52.56 on that dress. So that's excellent. I was very happy about that. And then on Wednesday the 27th, I had 2 sales. I sold another Free People item. This was also a full price buy. I got these really cute leather sandals recently at a Goodwill. I dabble in Goodwill. Mine, I've mentioned a lot, has really, really high prices, but something that they don't tend to mark up really high are their shoes. And I don't know if it's a completely different person marking the shoes, or if they get so many shoes, they don't have room for them, they just want people to buy them. But these Free People sandals were only like $7.99. And it wasn't like a secret that they were Free People. Like they said Free People right there on the sole of the shoe. Like you couldn't miss it. Like if this was any old t-shirt from Free People, like plain t-shirt, they would have marked it at least $12. So I'm not mad. I'm just confused. But anyway, I picked them up. They're still actually for sale on Nordstrom's website, I want to say for $90. And they were a really good size. They were a 41, something like that. And yeah, they sold for $60 and after fees I made $48. Then I sold these Nike gray sweatshorts. This was a bins pickup from a while ago. I actually didn't think I was gonna have any sales on Wednesday, but then like right at like 9 p.m. I got these 2 sales, so that was a good feeling, like back to back. But someone offered me $13 for these and I accepted, and after fees I made $10.05. And like I said, that was from the bins. It wasn't too long ago. It was probably earlier in the summer, but I am glad that they sold. And then Thursday was a great day for me. I feel like Thursdays are usually my best days. A lot of people say that's usually like a payday for a lot of people. And I had 9 sales. I first sold this Lululemon full zip. This came from my most recent bulk box. I was surprised. I actually got a decent amount of Lululemon and that definitely helped me recoup my money. I did a recap on how much money I have made from that box and I posted it last week if you're interested. But this wasn't in that video because I sold it after I'd filmed it. And I couldn't really even find the name or a model photo for this jacket, so I tried to just use a lot of keywords that would help people find it, because it was a really nice jacket, but it was a bit of an older style as well. It ended up selling for $58 and after fees I made $46.40. And I did profit from those bulk boxes, I want to say $347. So if you add that onto it, it's pretty much at like $390. So I'm not mad about that. Then I sold these Chico's faux suede pants. These I've been sitting on a little bit longer than I thought I would. I think I probably priced them too high to begin with, but they weren't really getting much attention. They are very much a fall pair of pants. So if it's selling now, that makes sense. I don't really pick up Chico's, but if I like the piece and it's a good size, I will. These I found at the bins, so again, no harm, no foul. I never see picking up something at the bins to be a mistake because I've never lost money at the bins. Because I buy so much stuff every time, it's never been like a loss, really. So if I'm gonna test something out, I'll get it at the bins. But they were like a faux suede pant. They ended up selling for $30 and after fees I made $24. And then I had one of my favorite sales probably of the whole year. It was a bins pickup. It was from that same bins trip as the J. Peterman dress I was telling you guys about. I was kind of just looking in a very, very empty bin. There was probably like 5 or 6 purses in the whole bin. And I was just looking at them. I saw like a vintage fossil one that I picked up to clean up. And I was just kind of like flipping through things and my hand kind of hit a bag that I wasn't even like paying attention to. And I just happened to look down and the bag flopped open and there was like the Chanel symbol right there in the bag. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Because it was definitely not an expensive bag. So I'm like, oh, is this like a Chanel knockoff? I flip it closed and it says Chanel Beauty. So I'm like, oh, maybe it was like a freebie with purchase, like for their perfume line, which I think if anyone else saw it at the bins, that's maybe what they thought. But I'm like, I'll just look up comps real quick. It was a really like substantial bag. It was kind of like the size of a lunchbox, kind of. And it had a bunch of compartments. It was perfect. It was like a makeup case. And I just did a quick Google search on my phone. I saw one that had sold for $50 and one that had sold for $375. So I'm like, if I get anywhere from $50 to $375, I'd be pretty happy. And it was in excellent condition. Just for being like thrown around at the bins, like I was surprised. So I picked it up, took it home, did a little bit of research. I think it's from 4 or 5 years ago. It was very much sought after. And again, I saw a bunch of solds really anywhere, like I said, between that $50 and $375 mark. But from what I could tell, I was the only person selling one currently on all of the major platforms, I guess you could say. Deopop, I checked, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. I was the only one I could find using the actual name of the bag that had one listed. So I listed it at $300. A little bit of attention on Deopop, a little bit on Mercari, pretty much nothing on eBay, and a ton of attention on Poshmark. So it ended up selling for what I had it listed at within 2 days. I got it on Monday, it sold on Thursday, so within a few days, it sold for $300, and after fees, I made $240. And the person did comment on that saying that they had been hunting for that bag for years. So that makes me feel good that they finally were able to get it. And it, like I said, it was a really nice travel case. Even if it wasn't Chanel, I wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't Chanel, but I think someone would enjoy using it, even if it was just like, you know, like a cheap brand thing, because it was just a nylon bag, in all honesty. But yeah, that was probably my second biggest sale of the year, besides a genuine leather Prada purse from a DIY designer box I got earlier in the year. But I think that's probably my favorite sale I've had this year, at the very least, because yeah, it was exciting. And like I said, I already made all my money back from that bins trip, so that's pretty much completely profit. Then I went to the bins again on Tuesday because I only got like 20 pounds of stuff on Monday, so I needed more stuff to list. So I went back on Tuesday and I picked up these Madewell wide leg crop jeans. I was actually surprised these were still there. Usually when I find Madewell jeans at the bins, they're the skinny style, which I pick up, but I do sit on for a while. These were a cute style. They were a really good size. They were 32 and they didn't have any flaws that I could find, which I was really excited about. And these actually ended up selling for full price as well. I listed them at $60 and someone purchased them, and after fees I made $48. Then I sold this loft plaid poncho. I got this at the bins earlier in the summer just because I liked it. I thought it was cute. Again, very much a fall piece, but I'm not like a loft fan. So I really wasn't expecting to get much. It only sold for $11 and after fees I made $8.05. Then I sold these Old Navy short overalls, which were actually mine. We're moving, so I have purged my closet a little bit. I decided I would resell this pair. Just really classic, again, really good for the fall. They sold for $23 and after fees I made $16.68. Then I had one Mercari sale. I sold this REI puffer jacket. I got this at the bins recently as well. I just really liked the colors. It was still in really amazing condition. It had a couple of stains, but I was able to get them out. And I don't always do really well with the brand REI. I think that's like their house brand because they do sell other, you know, more high-end brands like Patagonia, stuff like that. So I don't know how much people are actually searching for the brand REI, but someone did make me an offer on Mercari of $47 and I decided to accept, and after fees I made $40.64. And then my last two sales on Thursday were on eBay. I sold this Michael Kors crocheted dress. I thought this was really cute. You won't see the model photo up on the screen because I don't make that my primary photo on eBay because I'm scared of getting kicked off of eBay. But I found a really cute model photo for it. So I listed it pretty high, and I did get this earlier in the summer and I was hoping it would sell for like a wedding or something, but it didn't. So when someone made me an offer on eBay of $22, I decided to accept. It was from the bins. I don't do super well with Michael Kors, so if it sells in the 20s, I'm more than happy. So after fees, I made $20.27. And then I sold this Rena. I still don't know how to pronounce this brand, but this is also a really amazing bolo brand. I learned about it from Courtney, who is Common Tags here on YouTube. Love her channel, learned so much. I think she said this is one of her favorite brands. Don't quote me. But I did learn about this brand from her and I saw it at the bins, just right on top of a pile. I think someone threw it back. I grabbed that so fast. I didn't get that shirt this week. It did take a couple of weeks to sell, but that's still a pretty quick sale in my book. And yeah, these originally retail, like this short sleeve top would have originally been like $150, and it has a really good following. Someone ended up offering me $48 on eBay and I decided to accept, and after fees, I made $41.62. And then on Friday the 29th, I had two sales. I sold these Wild Fable floral shorts. I got these at the bins. I do gravitate towards Wild Fable because I like the brand. It's just a Target brand, but it's a Target brand that people know and like and know it's trendy. And if they're gonna buy something secondhand on Poshmark, they might be searching a cheaper brand because, you know, they don't want to spend a lot on shorts and dresses and clothes. So I picked it up. It took a little bit to sell. I actually have sold, I feel like, quite a few shorts recently, even though it is the end of summer. But they end up selling for $12, and after fees I made $9.05, and I'm happy with that. And then I sold another pair of jeans. I sold these Judy Blue girlfriend jeans. I want to say I picked these up at a Goodwill. I think I might have paid like $10 for them. I've sold this brand a couple of times now, and I think it's probably the pieces I pick up, but it doesn't do as well for me as I feel like it does for other people. I definitely wouldn't spend more than probably like $4 or $5 for these if I saw them like at a thrift store. But if I saw them at the bins, I would definitely pick them up. I feel like they're similar to can jeans for me, where can jeans will always sell like pretty consistently around $20. But I would never pay up for them. But if I see them at the bins, I actually get excited because for some reason they just sell really fast for me. But anyway, these sold for $30, and after fees I made $24. And then yesterday, Saturday, I had 5 sales. I sold this vintage leather croissant bag. I just said this in a recent video, and like now I don't even know if people call this shape croissant or crescent because they're both like this shape. That's the new trendy style. But this bag I got at the bins again pretty recently. It got a lot of attention, and I just really picked it up 100% based on style. There was no brand. It did say genuine leather made in Mexico, so that was a good selling point, and I really love the patchwork detail. It wasn't in perfect condition, but it definitely wasn't in too bad of condition. I had it listed at $60 and it got a ton of attention. I always make sure to cross-list these really trendy items to Deopop, but it actually sold on Poshmark. Someone offered me $50 and I accepted, and after fees I made $40. Then, because I wanted to kind of generate a few more sales, I was sending out a bunch of 20% off offers on a lot of my closet, and then I got a few sales out of that. I sold this Zella olive green jacket. It was a full zip jacket. I know Zella's pretty expensive. I think it's a Nordstrom house brand. They make a lot of athletic wear. I don't really pick it up, but because this was such a substantial piece and I liked the color, it was pretty classic, I decided to give it a try because it was at the bins. And it actually got a decent amount of attention. It ended up selling for $64, which is a good price. And after fees, I made $48.52. Then I sold this Rails pinstripe button up. I thought this would have done better, but I don't know. I don't know if Rails really gets you as much as it did in the past, but I still think their button ups are probably a good pickup if you find it for cheap enough. I found this at the bins. It ended up selling for $28, and after fees I made $20.68. Then I sold this Kalia infinity scarf, again another bins pickup. This was from like I think earlier in the year, probably the beginning of spring or summer. So I have held on to it for a little while, but someone ended up purchasing it. It sold for $17, and after fees I made $11.88. And Kalia is Carrie Underwood's brand. They make a lot of athletic wear, but I noticed the scarf was pretty high quality, and then I saw their logo on the scarf, and that's how I knew it was their brand. And then the last thing sold on Mercari. It was a Coach bangle that I actually got in a 15-piece jewelry box, like THREDUP rescue jewelry box. I really just wanted to test it out because I do well with the jewelry they send me in my fun boxes, if they send me jewelry in my fun boxes. And I watch a lot of jewelry unboxings here on YouTube. I just think they're fun. So I kind of wanted to try it out. I got some good pieces. This was one of them. The box is a little bit expensive. It costs $45, but I think I'll make a good profit on it. This Coach bangle ended up selling for $14, but it sold the same day I listed it. I listed it on the low end because the outside was in great condition, but the inside was pretty tarnished. But I know how much people love their Coach, so I did list it anyway, and it sold on Mercari for $14, and after fees, I'll make $11.89. So yeah, those were my sales for this week. I am very, very happy about that. I hope sales stay like this. We are going to be packing. As soon as this heat wave's over, we're going to be packing our entire apartment and beginning our move next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday, but it's going to be a crazy week. I can already tell. And we're going away next weekend because it's our 1-year anniversary. So excited. But yeah, I hope sales still pick up until I have to put my closet on vacation hold, because that would be very helpful. But yeah, my gross total for this week was $1,153. And then after fees of $257.17, I net $895.83. So that Chanel bag really helped with my sales this week for my overall like net total. Like without it, I would have been more in like the $600 range, which isn't bad, especially for a part-time reseller, but it's not great. I really want to capitalize again on this like back to school shopping and the, you know, sales picking up and everything. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys about how your sales are going, if you feel like they're picking up or if they're still pretty slow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great time sourcing and selling this week, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!